welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you're new here. And my name is Elise, and this is my mystical bookshelf. And today I'm going to talk about a list of contemporary fiction that I'm excited to read. It's sort of a contemporary TBR list, if you will. And we're going to start off by saying, talking about this book, What Happened to Rachel Riley by Claire Swinarski. And she is an author that I follow, and she is a Catholic influencer as well, and that resonates with me because I'm also Catholic. But she is a mom of 3 and an author, and she writes really great, thoughtful letters called The Catholic Feminist, and it's an email group that you can be a part of, either subscribed or for free. And I really like reading her stuff. And I've always wanted to read her books, but I have never gotten around to picking any of them up. And I actually found this one at a thrift store, which was so awesome. But this is, I think this is her second book that she's made, or she's written in the past like 2 to 3 years that she's been an author. And it's called What Happened to Rachel Riley. And it says it's about a girl named Anna Hunt, and she's new to this East Middle School, and she's in 8th grade, and everyone is talking about Rachel Riley. That's she was one of the most popular girls in school, I guess, and now nobody likes her, nobody talks about her. It says she's a social pariah. And Anna wants to find out what happened, why she's like this, what happened that she fell off the social platform in middle school. And it says that she's a die-hard podcast enthusiast, and that there's always more to someone's story than what they say, and that people lie, stories change. I really think it's about like finding the truth out in things, but sometimes the truth hurts, and the truth can be hard to find out, and I think that's what it says Anna's working on. And I think it kind of just goes through Anna trying to solve this mystery of who Rachel is, or who Rachel was before it all happened, and why she's suddenly an outcast. And I think it sounds really good. I'm excited to read it. So there's that one. And I also picked up this one from a thrift store too. It's called The Bookshop by Penelope Fitzgerald. And I like the cover. That's pretty much why I picked it up. And I always like books that take place in a bookshop. I always find those very charming and funny and heartwarming. And it says this one is in 1959, so it's sort of like a historical fiction, which is also what I like. And it says it follows Florence Green, who is a widow, and she has a small inheritance. And it says she risks her inheritance from her husband to start this bookshop, and it's the only bookshop in this seaside town of Hardborough. Now, I'm not sure where Hardborough is, but it sounds like a little seaside town. And it says, by making success of a business so impractical, she invites the hostility of the town's less prosperous shopkeepers. So it sounds like maybe she's running the other shopkeepers out of business, but I hope not. And I just think it sounds very interesting. I'm excited to read this. I'm excited to see the character dynamics in it, and how Florence goes through her bookshop and gets it started. I always like little business, small business bookshop tropes. That's always interesting to read, especially when it's like this is the only bookstore in town. Why is it the only bookstore in town? I'm hoping that it goes in depth into that. And it sounds like it's based off of a true story. That's what it sounds like, because it says she's one of the most renowned British fiction, so Hardborough must be in England. So I'm excited to read that. So that's that one. And this next one, this has been out forever. I'm not on the bandwagon with this at all. It's been out forever, I'm sure. Orange is the New Black. And I have heard great things about the Netflix series, so I'm excited to see how the book holds up, and I know that the Netflix series is like super duper popular. I think it's been out for almost 10 years probably. But yeah, I saw this in the thrift store too, and I was like, well, why not? I've always wanted to read Orange is the New Black, and I find it interesting that it's a memoir that's now a Netflix series. I think that's really cool. And I think it's interesting that it takes place in prison too. I think that would be really cool to read about. So I'm excited to read that, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a good one. And then this next book is from an author that I have read before and that I really like her work, Emily Giffin. She's written Something Borrowed, and she's also written Something Blue, but I haven't read Something Blue, but I've read Something Borrowed, and that's one of my favorite books, and it's also one of my favorite movies, so I have high hopes for this one. And it is about a couple named Ellen and Andy, and it talks about their marriage and how it seems like it's perfect, but then it's, I think it takes a turn, because it says Ellen runs into Leo, who was like someone she used to date like 10 years ago, and I think it goes into that and how Leo affects Ellen and how that would affect their marriage too. But I'm sure that'll be really good because Emily Giffin is a great writer, so I'm excited for that one. And then this next one is called Speak. It's by Lori Halse Anderson, and I have read this one before. I read it in high school, and I haven't read it in so long. I don't remember exactly what it's about, but I remember that I really liked it, and when I saw this in the thrift store too, I was like, I can't pass this up. So I am going to definitely reread this and give my thoughts on it in a future video. And I know that I liked it the first time, so I'm excited to reread it and see what I remember and what I don't remember and how I think about it now that I'm an adult, now that I'm reading it as an adult. I like doing that, so I'm excited for that one. And this last one I have heard great things about, and I also found it in the thrift store. I've been finding lots of hardcovers in thrift stores recently, which I think is great because hardcover books are super expensive. So I'm really excited that I was able to find these at such a cheap price point. And I've heard great things about The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I know a lot of people have read it, and I've been wanting to read it for a while, but I just haven't gotten the chance to. And I know it's about twins that says they were inseparable as children, but now they chose different lives and different pathways, so they're not as close as adults. So I'm interested to see the dynamic of these two sisters and how they come back to one another and maybe how they build their relationship again. I always like family books and sisterly and motherly books like that, like relationships and dynamics in that respect and how families can relate to each other in different ways. So I'm excited to read that too. But that was the last book on my TBR for contemporary fiction, both middle grade and adult. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my video if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye!